Howdy everybody, it's Walnut Fox here again. I got a nifty little video to show you. Like I said last time, we restarted our family server and we're all in survival, and I've been doing some mining and whatnot. I know in the last one I did most of my mining with Silk Touch pickaxe, because you can carry more that way. You don't have to worry about carrying a crafting table and building blocks when your inventory fills up full of coal. So you can carry a stack of coal ore back with you, but then you've got to build a big pile and knock it all down and with your fortune pickaxe. So I've got this nifty little deal that I'm going to show you here that I built in my world, and for converting all those silk touched blocks into the actual stuff that you're going to use. All right, so, and here it is. That's all there is to it. It's 4 blocks wide, 3 blocks tall, 3 blocks deep, pretty much. Kind of a small footprint. So some neat stuff happens here. I'll show you how it works first, because we all have stuff like this in our inventory when we come home, and we want to convert it over, and it just instead of building a big pile up in the sky and then breaking it, we can do it just standing here with our little F3 and T to reload the resource packs. We can do it AFK if we want, but not for very long. Guys gets a glass of water or something, comes back, it works good for that. So right on, I'll show you how it works. All of our materials go in up here, except for about 4. I keep about 4 of them with me, and I guess it's always better to do 1 ore at a time, so we'll do that first. Okay, and then I'm going to go to game mode survival and show you. I have a pickaxe that's kind of like the one I have in my world, and the box that shows you all of the materials required to make this. So that's all we need. 4 chests, 1 obsidian. Like I said, I like to use yellow wool for put my redstone on. You don't have to have yellow wool. It can be any solid block. 1 redstone dust, 2 hoppers, 1 observer, 1 dropper, a hopper minecart, a rail. I like to use the oak logs because they're hard to break with a pickaxe, and they're movable with a piston. Talking about moving things with a piston, you'll need a regular piston, a stone button, and I like to put some glowstone or a sea lantern right here to just kind of light up the area. If this is in your base, maybe, hey, it's a good thing to have some light there. So when you put all of your materials in back here, it heads to this dropper, and all we have to do is put that in our offhand and stand up here, put our pickaxe in our hand, and then right click, and then hold right click, and then hold down left click, and our dropper refills all of our that we're using, and our pickaxe breaks it that fast. And you'll notice I'm not getting any coal into my inventory. So, and I'm gaining a lot of levels. So my mending pickaxe stays mended up. So, just like, and then it stops. So where'd all the coal go? Well, it's still funneling into our chest. That's because we have a hopper minecart inside of this block. So it picks it up faster than we can pick it up. So in that little bit of time, we went through, what did we go through? Over a stack of ore blocks. So right on. So let's go and build this thing. All right. So first of all, we're going to pick out a spot where we're going to build this. And it doesn't matter. It's not directional. Everything's fine. There shouldn't be the issue with the disappearing entities in here anymore next to the chunk borders, but if you want to avoid chunk borders, you can. To turn the chunk borders on and off, you hold down F3 and G, and it'll hide them or show them. Okay. All right. So first thing we're going to do, we'll pick out a spot. Remember, it's 4 wide, 3 deep, 3 tall. So it can go a lot of different places. All right. All right. So we're going to pick a spot. We're going to throw a double chest in there. Yes, a double chest. I like double chest because it's, I mean, you go through 4 or 5 stacks of that, it's gonna fill or get pretty close to being filled up. All right. Move this block and then hold shift again. Anybody who's seen the other videos knows that I always say that. Make sure that your hopper is facing into the chest. If you just click on the chest, it will open the chest. So you have to hold shift to get it in there. All right. Then set your dropper facing you, just like this one over here. And like I said, I like to put my glowstone or a light source right here, just because it, if it's in your base, a little extra light doesn't hurt. All right, then hold shift. We haven't gone over this yet, but you can put rails on top of hoppers if you hold shift. Okay. Put our hopper minecart on there. Then you have to be real careful. I'm going to go back here. You can just see the rail underneath there. If you can just barely see it, it highlights it, but you just break the rail, just the rail. Okay. That way the hopper minecart sits down on the bottom. You can't push a block in there if it's not if it's sitting on rails. So hold shift and put a block. These are all temporary blocks, so you're going to want to build up 3 over 1, just like this, and put the block that you're going to push in there. Now you cannot push droppers, dispensers, obsidian, furnaces, those type of immovable blocks. So pick one that you can move. Like I said, I like to use a wooden log because it takes a little while to break it even with an efficiency 5 pickaxe. So, and then stand on top of your chest, put a piston facing down, a button, push the button. She goes right in there, right? We can't move the minecart, can't get moved anymore. It's fine right there. And then remove all of those. Put all these away. We're done with those. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use the rest of these. We're going to build the rest. So The redstone mechanic behind this is if we place a block here in front of this observer, it changes state and it sends a quick pulse out into the redstone, powering this block, which powers the dropper and spits out another block. That way we always have a block in our offhand. So put your block of choice here, redstone dust, observer facing in, yep, hold shift, there's that hold shift thing again. Make sure the observer is facing this block here, and then we'll use a temporary block here. You can still see the minecart there, it doesn't block, you put that block in, you'd see the minecart here, still doesn't inhibit anything, you can still open the chest. And then we put our obsidian in the back. Remove that block. You can leave that block. It doesn't have to be removed, but you know, the less blocks you have to deal with, the better. And then temporary block. Doesn't have to be glass, but put a cap on it and one here. That way you've just got a 1x1 hole here. As you're breaking stuff, sometimes it tends to get a little wild and stuff flops all over the place, and you want to keep it on top of that hopper minecart. You come around here to the back, hold shift, place a hopper facing into your dropper, and then put your chest on top of it. And that is literally all you have to do. So with a couple hours into the game there, we should definitely have these resources. And even if you don't have the fancy efficiency 5 diamond pickaxe, you can still do everything that you need to with even with a regular pickaxe if you wanted. But we're going to keep some of these, and we're going to make sure that it works. All right, we're going to put this in our offhand. We're going to see that everything made it down in here. We're going to stand right here, and we're going to right click and left click at the same time. We're going to hold down right click and hold down left click. Here we go. Redstone's a little bit different. It pulses a lot because it changes states very quickly. The observer sees the redstone light up, it sees it be placed, and it sees it be broken. So that's 3 pulses every time you put one of these redstone ores in its place. That fast. That was just several seconds. It was not that fast at all. And there it is. She's just a rolling in. So it'll take it a few more seconds to get all of them in there, but there it is. I like to call it the ore converter. I'm sure everybody else is. I'm sure there's other folks that have built these, but there it is. Hopefully it's helped you out, and you can use this in your world and increase your productivity. So, right on. Again, if you found any information in here that you liked and you're going to use it in your world, make sure that you leave me a comment. And if you like the idea, then give me a like rating. So those selfless YouTube plugs. So, alrighty, we'll see you in the next one. And remember, have some fun and play some games. See ya.